What if you can't decide between cloakbots or shieldbots? Well, just play both. We've got a cloakbot mirror between Therxyy in the blue, with an engineer commander, with knight as the blueprint. Cloakbots versus the cloakbots from Izirayd in the red, with an engineer commander as well, but with Ronin as the blueprint. Is going to be a skirm versus assault blueprinting fight with glaive v glaive, where, well, for now, height advantage for Therxyy. So already with the insane glaive micro. Glaives on this side, not really damaged at all yet. And of course, well, with glaives, 5-second heal up. And all of a sudden it's regen fully, pretty much. Still though, 2v1 engagement. That's already a good engagement there for Therxyy. And they're taking another one down. Alright, very nice. This one needs to stay back a little bit. Or at least let itself heal up for a couple more seconds. And over here, one glaive. Glaive from Izirayd. Moving in to the enemy maxes. Alright, that's going to be one max. Possibly two maxes cleaned up. Depends a little bit on the micro. At least it's going to be one. Two was a little bit too much. That was a little bit too enthusiastic from me. I mean, no real way to get two maxes there with enemy glaives that close by. Over here, an important radar tower being cleaned up. And once again, a 3 versus 2. That is a very good trade there for Therxyy. Especially because, yeah, once again, glaives, 5 seconds, and then 20 HP per second regen. Probably the best regen in the game compared to the total HP and or cost of the unit. Still, more rating done by Izirayd. That's another max gone. That's less than 10 metal per second now for Therxyy, whereas, well, Izirayd was on like 13 or so, but also loses 2 of their maxes. So all of a sudden, both teams really, or like both players, have no eco to speak of. In terms of total value. Key moment? What the key moment? Just the fact that you also lost yours. Therxyy still slightly ahead. Eco or like army completely even. On the glaive precise even. But for now, Therxyy with the better engagement. But oh my. Typing 3 letters lost them the game. Well, not that bad, but hey. Losing a couple of glaives there. Not what you want. That's what I wanted. 2v1 there. In KD. And Imp. Hey, there it is, finally. A unit you do normally see quite often, especially in glaive mirrors. Where, because there are a good number of glaives, they need to clump up a little bit because they don't have that much range. Just set an Imp in a little bit of a choke point. Let the enemy run into it and just stun like 5 to 10 glaives. And you only need to stun, or like kill 2 additional glaives because of the Imp, in order to have it pay for itself. Not that it's the most worth it then, but hey. At least 2 and it's worth it, technically. Glaives spread out a little bit, does clean up that one as well. And over here, once again, better groupings there from Therxyy, I'm pretty sure. Therxyy with the better groupings, but hey, still, not a bad trade there. Not a bad trade from Izirayd. Not good either, and especially with 400 reclaim that, well, yeah, Theta, commander from Therxyy is going to be getting all of that. Still, this metal, like map, 3.0 metal maxes in the middle. 3 of them total. 2 under control by Izirayd, and none for Therxyy. Of course, on the northern side, or like the sides, you've also got a couple of additional maxes that Izirayd doesn't have right now, of course. Hey, so it's not that bad. But still, those high value maxes are of course nice to have, especially later on. When the map has been divided into like the 2 sides. You really want those maxes. So, over here, 1 glaive already being able to raid another max. No glaive coming in right now. If you move this way, you can clean up that next max as well. Should be able to at least. Conjurer is probably just out of reach. And the Reaver, the ultimate raider killer, the Riot, is coming in. And well, I was like, well, Theta is going to get all that reclaim. Izirayd is raided. Right? I don't know. Could very easily get all of the reclaim suddenly. Lotus to just hold off against like singular Reavers and all that. A couple of Ronins are going to be nice there though. And with the commander here to help. Oh, I think Therxyy is still able to hold that position. Maybe even get back the position, get all of the reclaim. It's going to be a bit tight though. Reaver is cleaned up by now. Just one glaive is not able to clean up the last little glaive from Izirayd. There it goes. Okay. Decent imp, but definitely not an amazing imp. But hey, stunning another 2 little glaives from Izirayd does allow you to keep your Ronins alive, clean them up. And by now you're facing off against a couple of Ronins, which is of course countered by your glaives. And like 1 Lotus and a commander. Not the scariest. And by now, well, Izirayd technically even or ahead in metal. 21, 23 energy eco, so not able to spend all of it. Is in fact exceeding. Exceeds 250 already. Will be more even. Because they're still not able to spend all of it. 300 plus excess. Hey. Therxyy is just going to help you out. Clean another 3 maxes, 4 maxes up. And you don't have to worry about all of that additional eco you've got, right? Look at the service Therxyy is doing you. So nice, very nice, so kind. Send 1 glaive, yeah, okay, 2 glaives, good job. Still, this might be a bit too much, okay. Sending, yep, okay. I was like, well, if you don't send all of your glaives to the north, you're going to get cleaned up by this army. But just retreat, be smart, don't waste your units. Though, don't waste your units means that these 2 now also need to retreat. Which they're not doing. Alright, well, too bad. That's 1 gone already, and that is 2 without taking a single glaive down in the process. Still, 37 eco, 25 eco right now. Way better there for Therxyy. Nanoframes on these Ronins will slowly but surely get constructed by the caretaker. Is it the most important? No, not really. Ronins don't really have an amazing target here on the other side. Reaver, singular 1. Ronins don't deal well with slings because slings just outrange them. Yeah, don't really know why you want this many Ronins right now. But hey, if the enemy just runs their Ronins into yours, then hey, they can be nice, don't get me wrong. But yeah, just having a couple of glaives run around the sides would probably be better. Or just more glaives to destroy these forces. Rather than them building like, how many? Like an additional 8 Ronins. Feels a bit weird. But hey, enemy doesn't have any glaives over here right now. So then the Ronins can be quite good. Over here though, shield bot switch, because yeah, they couldn't decide shield or cloak. So it is now turning into shield. Ronin does like barely outrange Felon. But especially if the Felon is like out of vision and all that, then the Ronin, well, Felon is able to get into range of Ronin. And if it does, then it cleans them up very, very quickly. Only 400 HP. So if the shield is not drained, Felon will clean them up nicely. In terms of speed, it's just 84 speed for Ronin, whereas Felon is even slower, 43.5. Yeah, so very slow. So it doesn't really catch up to Ronin. So if they have room to retreat, they can just drain that shield perfectly. But hey, they don't have that space, because otherwise you would lose all of this position. Which you don't want to do. You really don't want that. Home base from Izirayd, pretty much undefended. First glaive is now coming in. But like 3 slings, not going to do anything. It's a shame that Therxyy doesn't have any more glaives over here. because otherwise they could be doing a lot of damage there. Glaives that are coming in now are just a little bit too late. You might still be able to clean up the caretaker. There you go. Good job. But you can't deal too much more damage right now. Ronins over here are moving around. Wouldn't it be worth it to just clean this up a little bit? Not really, I guess. No, not really. So, moving here. Alright, we'll be able to take down the Theta commander. At least if they move south, which they're currently not doing. Alright, very nice, super nice, very nice. And more Ronins getting cleaned up. Alright, Izirayd once again exceeding, because of course caretaker was taken down over here. Are you going to build one? Yes, you are. Good job. And oh, it's a bit of shame. Glaive, are you retreating? Do you see? Yeah, you do see it. So you could now take it down if you want to. Or if you manage to pay attention to it. So, shields. Is it working out for you? Well, the enemy doesn't have that many Ronins left. They don't really have any slings. They do have a couple of slings actually. More than I thought. I thought they had like 2 slings total. And in terms of shield, almost 5,000 shield now. Over there, and another additional 6,000 shield down south. Total shield is quite good there. Could easily surround that commander and just kill it. Which would be very nice. Of course, bit of an issue here with Ghost because it is piercing. So does it not pierce the shield? It doesn't pierce shield. Huh. I thought it did. Apparently it doesn't. I was like, well, Ghost turret is very nice because it can also like pierce the shield and just hit the units directly, even through the shield. But nope, it doesn't apparently. Oh well. It like doesn't, right? No, it actually doesn't. No. Okay, my bad. In that case, Ghost turret easily cleaned up, and the commander really needs to run now. Because even though, yeah, Felon and Thug aren't exactly fast, your commander isn't fast either. Total speed of... Why am I so bad at reading these men? There, 36 speed? That is mega slow. I guess you upgraded it, so you probably used one of the modules that like slows down your speed even further. And hey, shield kinda broken. Is it the new bandit? Or is it that it half an ammo per second speed or so that the Felon got back? And Cloak v Cloak turns into Shield v Shield indeed. Still though, we have cloakbots still coming out, so it's not a pure Shield v Shield. And over here we've got an Arty v Arty, a sling versus sling battle. When neither player is really able to hit the other one. Right. Well, Commander Theta is outmatched by the Izirayd commander. But with the shield there, you should be able to kill that, right? Force the attack move from Izirayd into your home base. Get a couple of glaives that you currently don't have over there. Clean it all up, I guess. Not going to happen. At least not soon. And the commander, for now, just running away, will not be destroyed. Still, more glaives, more glaive raiding, 2 more maxes destroyed. That's 4 maxes up north that are currently not built by Izirayd, though the same can be said down here. 5 maxes, including a big max, just like there. Not constructed, and actually 6 if you count this one. But is the commander now finally going down? It seems like it. There it goes. Doesn't take that many units with it. Maybe like 1 thug went down, but definitely not a whole lot. And this can lose him the game. Rogue was enough to win. Yeah, I mean, it's expensive. 2,700 to go into a switch for Likho, when the enemy doesn't really have any shield yet. Rogue, Ronin, your own shield to just keep the enemy shield ball at bay is probably enough in this situation. Maybe get a Sparrow through a radar tower, which you're currently not doing, but it seems like you're kind of planning on it. Just to scout the enemy base that they're not doing something sneaky that like requires a Likho. Still, Likho can do nice damage and is already, well, paying for most of its own cost, and it actually means GG. So although it seems like it sped up the end of the game a little bit, Likho wasn't really necessary, but still a flashy finisher nonetheless.